Yeah. So what would you say to yourself if you could go back in time, being who you are now and knowing what you know now? Do you think you'd say anything to your 10-year-old self sitting outside the principal's office, outside the
Oh,
headmaster's
God,
office?
yeah. Oh, God. Do you know, I've never thought about that. I would
What,
say, obviously, not to do it.
what do you think
And
you needed back then? Now that you've been through it all, do you have any idea what you actually needed? The drugs numbed
oh,
you from some
oh,
pain.
yeah, when you get abused, you think you're the one that's done the wrong,
Mm,
and you think you're going to be in trouble.
mm,
And I still, even though I'm an adult and I know he was in the wrong, you still have that tinge of, well, I didn't tell anybody, so
mm.
like it was my fault. It carried on and things like that, and you kept going back to there and things like that because he was a family member. I was around him all the time, but I would have turned around and said, you just need to tell somebody. You need to speak to an adult. You need to tell them. Do you know what I mean? And I really think if I had, didn't get me wrong, I had my mum and dad and things like that, but nobody obviously knew. I really think if I'd been able to speak to somebody or felt safe enough to speak to somebody, I really do think my life would have been a lot different. I
Yeah.
would have, I, I probably would have done the normal sort of, I say normal, I don't want it to be normal for my son. I don't even like smoking in front of him. I'll go outside and smoke, but I hate him even seeing me smoking because it's like I don't want him thinking this is a normal
Mm,
choice.
mm,
Yeah, I think I still would have probably experimented with drugs because that's what was sort of my creds I was going around in. But I really think I probably would have had more of a normal life if I'd
yeah.
been able to tell somebody about it, or basically if it never happened in the first place. But
Yeah.
it did, so that wasn't my choice, that was his. And
Mm,
it's like sort of coming to the realization of it wasn't me that done that, that was him. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've had to, in my own mind, sort of realize as you get older, like it wasn't my fault. It
mm.
was his choice. I was a child, he was an adult, and it's like trying to come to terms with that. I don't think you'll ever come to terms with it, but there was a lot better ways of dealing with it.
Yeah. And we think that we feel ashamed when
Yeah,
things happen to us, even though, like you say, it wasn't your choice and you didn't initiate it, you didn't want it to happen. But not
yeah,
only do we feel it's our fault, but we can often feel ashamed. And
yeah, yeah.